Morning, welcome to CATEX TV. My name is Frank Fortunato. Today is Friday, February 10th, 2017. If you want to follow us on Twitter, please go to CATEX TV. French police are saying that they have foiled a, quote, imminent terror attack on French soil with the arrest of 4 suspects in Montpellier. 3 men and a 16-year-old girl were found with bomb-making materials by anti-terrorist police in a raid on an apartment building in the southern city in France. Homemade explosives similar to those used in the Paris attacks of 2015 were discovered. Early reports indicated that one of those arrested was a would-be suicide bomber. A local news site, M6 Info, said that the 4 were planning to attack a tourist site in Paris, but police sources are saying they have not been able to establish the exact target. The Iranian official news agency reported last night that a gas explosion at an agricultural research site in southern Iran has killed 5 workers. Apparently it was due to a short circuit, an electrical short circuit in the underground site that had led to an explosion the day earlier. The blast happened near the port city of Bandar Abbas, about 750 miles south of Teheran. The giant reinsurance and insurance broker Aon released its quarterly numbers. It's difficult always because of the size of the company to discern exactly what the numbers say. However, they did post organic revenue growth of 3% in the fourth quarter of 2016, they said. This result is down from 5% reported in the same quarter a year earlier. Their earnings per share came in at $2.56 per share, higher than the consensus estimate of $2.49. Aon also announced that they had sold or come to an agreement to sell their outsourcing human resources company and benefits company called Hewitt, Aon Hewitt, to Blackstone for $4.8 billion. Aon had purchased Hewitt in 2012 for $4.9 billion. But for the past year, it was well known in the industry that Aon was very interested in getting rid of the benefits outsourcing business. In Bermuda, public services could face significant disruption today as the Bermudian government is beginning to discuss in public debate in the Parliament the planned expansion and rebuilding of the Bermuda airport terminal. The government released a press statement this morning at 6 a.m. saying that the government is advising the public that there may be a disruption in public services due to a union meeting in front of the Parliament, which has been called this morning. Members of Parliament are preparing to debate 2 pieces of legislation paving the way for the building of a new airport. It's been vigorously opposed by one political party, and it's also apparently being opposed by the Bermuda Industrial Union, who has called for opponents to the project to show up in front of the Parliament building and make their opinions known. Barricades have been placed outside of the Parliament House. Global insured natural cat losses totaled $39.5 billion in 2016. This is the highest level since $60 billion of losses suffered by the industry in 2012. This is according to Willis Re. These are small losses, comparatively speaking. The broker said that the increased loss activity in 2016 contrasted with a trend for reduced natural cat losses between 2011 and 2015. During that period, the annual insured natural cat losses fell from $120 billion down to $23 billion. So the industry is still able actually to operate on a profit, even though premium rates have decreased significantly. The largest single loss for 2016 was about $4.4 billion from the Japanese Kumamoto earthquake in April. Other notable events were the $3.5 billion loss from the Fort McMurray wildfires in Canada and Hurricane Matthew in the U.S., which came in at $3.5 billion. Willis said that 10,000 casualties were reported as a result of the natural cat events, which made it a deadly year. The single deadliest event was Matthew, which Willis said claimed the lives of over 1,000 people in the Caribbean and 40 in the United States. A Phillips 66 oil company employee remains unaccounted for after an explosion sparked a blast and a fire at a pipeline station near the city of Paradise in Louisiana, just west of New Orleans. The fire started at about 7 p.m. last night. A helicopter is being used this morning to search for the missing worker. Phillips said that the pipeline has been blocked in, but the remaining product in the line continues to burn. Last night, a sheriff's deputy said the pipeline was acting like a giant blowtorch. Now, here's a blast from the past. Hundreds of thousands of Iranians are rallying today to swear allegiance to the clerical establishment, the Ayatollahs, following Donald Trump's warning that he had put the Islamic Republic, quote, on notice. About 500,000 people are marching through downtown Teheran, chanting "Death to America," which we haven't heard since the late 70s. The "Death to America" banners and effigies of Trump come complete with a military band playing traditional Iranian revolutionary songs. Iranian TV is showing footage of people stepping on Trump's picture, as well as banners saying, "Thank you, Trump, for showing the real face of America." Last week, you may recall, National Security Advisor Flynn, in a public statement in the press room at the White House, quote, put Iran on notice in reaction to a January 29th Iranian missile test. What that meant, nobody quite knew, but then a week later, Defense Secretary Mattis said that the military option is not part of any response that the United States is considering. Meanwhile, there was a front-page headline in today's New York Times saying that Chinese leader Xi Jinping is, quote, shunning Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump, of course, had made the infamous phone call to the Taiwanese president and began to publicly question the One China policy. Again, just last week, the American government, in the form of Rex Tillerson, the Secretary of State, said that, of course, the One China policy remains our position. President Xi has not decided to call Mr. Trump or speak to him yet. That's the news for today. If we have any breaking news, we'll come back and tell you. Thank you for watching. Have a good weekend, and we'll see you Monday.